In the high-stakes world of Formula One, the relationship between drivers can be the difference between victory and defeat. Red Bull Racing's pairing of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez has been in the spotlight recently, with tensions rising between the two drivers. Could this partnership be headed for a breakdown? Is there a chance we could see a repeat of the Hamilton and Rosberg rivalry that caused so much drama in the early days of the hybrid era? And what about Verstappen's mother's controversial comments after the Brazilian Grand Prix? In today's video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the current state of the Verstappen-Perez partnership, exploring the factors that could be contributing to tensions between the two drivers and speculating on what might happen next. So buckle up, F1 fans, and get ready for an in-depth look at one of the most intriguing storylines of the 2023 season. Welcome to F1 to the World. As the 2023 season has just begun, it appears that Red Bull Racing is emerging as a dominant force in the sport. Max Verstappen's commanding performance in the first race, followed by Sergio Perez's victory in the second race, has put them ahead of their competitors. However, despite their on-track success, there are signs of discord within the team. Following the second race, there have been speculations about the relationship between Perez and Verstappen. After the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, it was evident that Perez was unhappy with Verstappen taking the extra point for the fastest lap of the race. It appeared that Perez believed they had agreed to turn down their engines and secure a 1-2 finish, but Verstappen had other ideas. With only 2 races completed, rumors have already begun to circulate, prompting us to examine what went wrong from the beginning. At the start of the 2021 season, Red Bull Racing announced that they had signed Sergio Perez to partner Max Verstappen. The partnership was widely regarded as an excellent move, as Perez was a proven race winner and could provide the support that Verstappen needed to challenge for the championship. This partnership proved to be a great match for the team, with both drivers demonstrating exceptional skills and expertise in their craft. The highlight of their collaboration was seen in the final race of the 2021 season, where Perez played a pivotal role in helping Verstappen clinch the championship title by strategically slowing down Lewis Hamilton. This enabled Verstappen to overtake Hamilton and emerge victorious, much to the delight of Red Bull Racing and their fans. As the 2022 season rolled around, Red Bull Racing emerged as the dominant team, with both Perez and Verstappen winning races and leading the championship standings. However, it was Verstappen who ultimately secured the championship by a significant margin. From the outside, their relationship seemed to be positive and cooperative, but things took an unexpected turn at the penultimate race of the season, the Brazilian Grand Prix. During this race, the Red Bull Racing team ordered Verstappen to let Perez pass him in order to secure second place in the Drivers' Championship. Although this action would have had no impact on Verstappen's championship-winning season, it would have helped Perez's chances of securing second place in the championship standings, as he was in a tight battle with Charles Leclerc. However, to the surprise of many, Verstappen refused to comply with the team's request, stating that he had already made it clear last summer that he would not allow such a move to happen. He further added, "I gave my reasons, and I stand by them." This decision by Verstappen caused a stir in the media and among fans, with many speculating on the reasons behind his refusal to follow the team's orders. The F1 community seemed to come to an understanding that the refusal of giving up his position was referred back to the Monaco Grand Prix, where it seemed like Perez spun on his last lap of qualifying by purpose, so that he could get pole position. As we know, pole position is everything at the streets of Monaco, and Perez then went on to win the race. Whatever the reason, this incident highlighted the complexities of team dynamics and driver relationships in the highly competitive world of Formula One racing. Are Sergio and Max the new Rosberg and Hamilton? In 2013, Lewis Hamilton made the decision to leave his longtime team, McLaren, and join the Mercedes F1 team, where he was partnered with his childhood friend Nico Rosberg. Although the two had been close friends in their younger years and had raced together in smaller categories, their Formula One journeys had been vastly different up until that point. Rosberg had made his debut a year before Hamilton, but had not been in a competitive car until the 2012 season when he won his first race with the Mercedes team. Hamilton, on the other hand, had made his debut in 2007 with McLaren in a competitive car and had achieved his first podium in his first ever race in Formula One, going on to win his first race in only his 6th outing. Despite their differing backgrounds, the partnership seemed to be a good match in the early days of their time at Mercedes. The 2013 season saw them win some races, but never really compete for the championship, as the car wasn't quite up to scratch. However, everything changed in 2014 when Mercedes produced a dominant car, and the two drivers found themselves finishing 1-2 in almost every race, as long as they didn't collide. This meant that the only drivers they were competing against were each other. At first, the relationship seemed to be cordial, but tensions began to rise after the Monaco Grand Prix. Hamilton accused Rosberg of deliberately ruining his own lap to ensure he was on pole position, and this allegation marked a turning point in their relationship. From that point on, accusations flew back and forth, and both drivers tried to undermine each other in the press. Despite this, they continued to fight for the championship, with Rosberg ultimately coming out on top in 2016. However, the relationship between the two had deteriorated to such an extent that they collided with each other during the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, leading to both drivers retiring from the race. After winning the championship, Rosberg announced his retirement from Formula One, citing the stress of competing against Hamilton as one of the reasons. The once close friends and childhood racing buddies had become bitter rivals, and their relationship had become untenable. Despite this, they will always be remembered as one of the most talented and competitive driver pairings in recent Formula One history. Does this mean that the relationship between Verstappen and Perez could be heading down the same road as Hamilton and Rosberg? Well, as we now know, the origin of the conflict between the current Red Bull pairing started frighteningly similar to the situation with Rosberg and Hamilton, with accusations of deliberately doing a mistake at the Monaco Grand Prix to secure pole position. However, there are several factors that could make the situation between Verstappen and Perez even worse. One such incident occurred after the Brazilian Grand Prix, when Verstappen's mother took to Instagram to defend her son in the comments section. While the intention was understandable, the manner in which she did it was certainly not acceptable. Verstappen's mother suggested that Perez had been cheating on his wife, referencing a video taken after the Monaco Grand Prix in which Perez was seen kissing a random woman despite being married. The comment made by Verstappen's mother was later deleted, but the damage had already been done. Such incidents are unlikely to help the already strained relationship between the two drivers. It is no secret that tensions are high within the Red Bull team, and incidents like these are only likely to exacerbate the situation. It is important to remember that Verstappen and Perez are both highly competitive individuals, and their desire to win could potentially lead to further conflicts down the line. As the season progresses, it will be interesting to see how their relationship develops, and whether or not it will follow the same path as that of Hamilton and Rosberg. One thing is for certain, and that is that the pressure is on both drivers to perform, and they will need to find a way to work together if they hope to achieve success for the Red Bull team. And that's it for our video on the relationship between Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. Let us know in the comments what you think of their dynamic, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more F1 content.